who can resist being handed a fresh bouquet? We've got Brynn Larson, who says that they are best because they double as a table decor as well. Thank you for being with us.
Absolutely, thanks for having me.
Okay, so let's kind of go over first what this concept is of the party favor and the table centerpiece. What makes up a floral arrangement like this?
Absolutely. So, I mean, throwing a party, you're already spending money, right? And you want to do favors, but it kind of adds up. So why not double and make it part of your pretty table centerpiece, and then it's something people can take home. I love something that's lasting so that people remember for weeks that they had a great time at your party, and it kind of doubles for both.
Okay, so what makes up the different sizes and variations? Is there a way you could go wrong with plant centerpieces?
I think what you want to think about first is what kind of party are you having? Where are you having it? If you are having it in your backyard, in the garden, go with plants, go with herbs, go with things that people can take home and plant and enjoy for a really long time. And that's why I loved this one. There's lavender, you could do cilantro, basil, potted flowers like the ranunculus I love. And I even love just like the organic containers that they come in. I love wrapping, just the container in a burlap sack, so you don't have to spend a lot on containers. Just to cover it and make it really pretty, and then add some moss and just make it really gardeny and fun.
And with something like this, I mean, you look at this and think, wow, that's beautiful, but really it's cost effective as well, you're mentioning.
Yeah, I mean, each herb is like $2 or $3. It takes up a lot of space. You could spread it out down the middle of your table. And then, it's long lasting, people can use it to cook with, and it will just remind them how much fun they had at your house.
And with this one, what's the secret with the moss? Is that something that you want to add in, or could you do without it?
You could totally do without it. I love moss. I love to incorporate it. It just makes it kind of earthy and gardeny. It kind of makes a mess, so you want to do this before you put food on the table for sure, so that you have room to clean up around it.
Okay.
But you can get moss at craft stores now. You can come buy it at the shop if you need to. But I just love kind of that earthy feel that it brings to the table.
My other question on these ones is the burlap sack. Is that something you make, or do you buy those?
So I just got the burlap sacks from the craft store. And then you just want to think about the size of your container and the sack. If you don't have big enough ones, you could just get some muslin or something and tie it with twine and make your own at home.
Okay, perfect. Let's move on down the line to this little beauty.
Okay, I love this. As I was working on it, I'm like, oh, I think we need to do this for Mother's Day. But why not, if you're sending home a pretty treat, why not add some flowers to it and make it just kind of that extra special pop. So this one is just a box that I got from, I think, Paper Source or Paper Plus. And I lined it with a liner, so it just has a 7-inch liner inside with floral foam. And then I just cut the stems low so that it still fits in the box, and put some macaroons in so that they have a treat to enjoy as well.
So the idea of this is it's not just flowers in there. You've used this as a vase and just stuck essentially mini stems in there to make
it's in floral foam, so it's in water, so it's gonna last. And then there's also little treats in there as well. And then on the top I used, there's these floral adhesive tags that are almost like command hook tags that are used for flowers, and so I just put that on top and then stuck the flowers right onto it. It's super easy.
And
there's like no way you can mess up.
The benefit of them being, that special adhesive, what's different for the flower portion?
So you can stick these on. It's probably like a non-toxic, so it's not gonna hurt the flowers, the glue. And then you can save the box so the tape just pulls right off.
Okay, and you have one, right?
Yep.
Let's take a look so people know.
Because I use this a lot. So it's double-sided, and you can pull off one side and you'll see the sticky adhesive right here.
Okay.
So you'll pull it off, stick it onto anything that you're gonna use it on, like I used it on the party hats that we talked about.
Can we show it on one of these little boxes to kind of see?
So it kind of is like a glue dot, so you can just stick this on.
Nice and sticky.
Nice and sticky. And pull this off. And so it just sticks right on. And then you stick the flowers right onto it.
That is amazing.
And then you just pull it straight off. It's super easy.
Stick on there like that. Wow, that is amazing. Okay,
and
let's
super
see if I can set that back up without making a mess here.
Forever.
Yes, okay, perfect. And these little green guys are they catch your eye immediately.
Absolutely, I love cactus and succulents so much. They're really easy to take care of. They're kind of best if you forget about them. And you don't need to water them a lot. So I would love to send these home with guests. Personalize it by adding their names. I love the bright green moss. I think it just kind of adds a pop of color. And an interesting little container that they can use you know, once they're done with the plant or they want to repot it or something. I love having a container that people can reuse.
Yeah, because even if you don't have a green thumb and these decide that they're going to die, then you can have the dish.
Yeah, I mean, you could put your jewelry in this by your bed. There's lots of things you could use it for. So I love reusing things for sure.
Perfect. And now these flowerful beauties.
I love these little spring flowers. So these are just little votives, like maybe you put candles in them before, but just do little mini arrangements. You could have one at each place setting and it would add a pop of color down the table. And they're not expensive. You're not spending a ton of money on a huge centerpiece or a huge vase. And you can send them home. I mean, just like a little votive, you could definitely fill with flowers from your backyard. Daffodils are coming up right now, tulips. Add some pretty little things in there and put it at each place setting, and it just really looks like you paid attention to detail.
And that is such a great point, because I hear so much with candles, people have the candle vase after, and they're like, what do we do with it? We're just going to chuck it. And so if you know you have a party coming up, you could save up those candle dishes as you go through the candles and then make them into the flower.
Exactly, and if you're saving them and they're all eclectic, how fun is that, you know, to add to your table?
Love the look. Okay, and now this last one, I love them all, but this one is really calling to me.
I think this one's really fun. I'm like, I need to have a party this weekend now to use these. I just got little party hats from the party store. That Mary Mary line has really cute party supplies, and I think I just got it at Searchers. But again, I just used the floral adhesive, put it on the base of the flower hat, and then just started adding flowers. And as I needed more room, I just added more floral adhesive. You can cut these while the paper's still on to cut a size that you need, and just add it to places where you want more flowers.
And now these are great because they can be used for little girls' parties, or let me demonstrate for you.
Yes, it looks so good with what you have on.
For a bridal shower or an adult party.
I think you need to keep that one.
I feel like it should work. All right, thank you so much for joining us with these great ideas, especially with Easter right around the corner.
Exactly.
All right, well, where can we find all of these amazing flower creations really fast?
Blooms & Company. We're on the corner of 39th and Highland.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.